Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Donnie all day. Wow! It is a budget knife kind of day. This is a $10 budget knife kind of day. As a matter of fact, it's $9.99 on Amazon, and I'm going to add the link. Now, they have two different versions of this knife. They have one with wood and steel that's $12.99, or one that's just steel for $9.99. Now, what we need to find out is, we already know $9.99 is a great freaking price for a truck gun, tackle box gun, a truck knife, tackle box knife. Just an extra EDC. People who are always afraid to lose them. Is it really worth getting for $10? First thing I can say is this thing feels like a brick in the hand. This is a thick, heavy, pretty nasty package here. I mean, you can see that is a whole lot of steel right there. It actually it feels more than $10. We're going to see how the rest of it goes. So the blade length is 3.46, and KEXMO always has a way of putting together these budget knives that just freaking work. Open length is 8.46 inches. Closed length is 4.64 inches. Blade thickness is 0.11 inches. The width is 1.33 inches. The height is 0.55 inches. It weighs 5.68 ounces. It's heavy. It is a 3CR13 steel, easy to sharpen. It's not going to rust on you. It is a liner lock. And it does have a pocket clip, obviously, and a glass break. So again, it's one of those, when you say like truck knife, things like that, having a glass break is always good for accidents, things like that. Even if you're not the one in the accident, you have to go help somebody, to be able to break something. And let's say you break it and, my hand, and you let go and you drop it, you dropped $10. $10. One of the things I do like about it is spring assist. So if I just barely touch it, so you can see right here, that's where your spring starts right there, and you can see how really, really snappy that is, but fast. Let's see, can we Spidey flick it without getting in the way of the flipper? Oh wow, that's tough. Oh hey, there it goes. And we will see if we can't thumb flick. We can obviously do that. There is just enough room for a pinch and pop. And there's, I don't think any way we can power flick it. There's no way. Because it is spring assist, which is a good thing. So you can see how the screws line up in the pocket clip. It's on there pretty good. There is some jimping. There is some jimping on the liner. There's a little bit of jimping right here on the ramp. There's a little bit of jimping going around, and just right here on the top of the frame. And then you have this drop point right here. It is a drop point, but this point of drop right here, which is good for tight work. You can put your thumb here for digging, things like that, push cuts. And it's not awful looking. It's not. You got a little fuller with some little cutouts. They won't do anything, but we need to know if it's sharp. And for $10, you are getting super crazy razor sharp for $10. That's sharp. So I say we just take it outside and cut. All right. So basically, what we want to know is, can a $10 knife do the same thing all the big boys can do? And that's what we're going to find out. I've got 5 different mediums here. And if you're carrying this thing as an EDC, which is what it is, if you can go through any single one of these, then you're going to be doing all right. You know what? As a matter of fact, we're going to add a medium. All right, so let's start with some leather. And this is a really good way to tell if it's going to be able to go through like pelt and things like that. So if maybe you make things out of leather, or if you are out and you happen to need to kill to eat, so you have to get some kind of animal, and this happens to be the knife you have on you because you didn't expect it, well, That was super easy. All right. I didn't expect it to be so easy. One thing I can say, look at this. Look at that. That's right through the rubber, the leather, everything. One thing I can say is KEXMO sends them sharp. $10, yeah, but you're getting $10 of absolute sharp. And this thing is no joke sharp. So we got the leather, the rubber. Yeah, that is just an easy, breezy type of cut right there. That's incredible. Budget knife supreme. Let's see if we can't bang down on that glass breaker. That puts a nice little dent in there. All right, so let's take some of this some of this thread that I have stuff tangled in, and we're gonna just cut that real quick and get that out of there. And so now we're gonna take this thread, we're gonna wind it up so we have 2 layers. If I can get my fingers right. And that was super, super easy. Now we're going to go 4, 6, 7, 8 layers. We are going to make us a really nice little rope right here, barely giving my fingers any place to grab. So if it's really sharp, let's see. Oh, it did. I missed one. I had nothing to grab onto, and that thing tore right through it. $10 freaking dollars. $10. All right, let's go to the other rope here. And let's see if we can't do a couple push cuts here. Boom. Boom. Oh my gosh. That is really, really easy. Super freaking simple. So for those who wonder, can it be a self-defense knife? The answer to that is a very, very simple, quick and easy yes. It is fast. It is sharp. It is pointy. It will definitely get the job done. And if you are in one of those emergency situations and you realize that, uh-oh, you had to do it, it's not gonna hurt you to chuck this thing into a river afterwards because it's only $10. Self-defense, not self-offense. Remember that. So let's take some of this plastic here. Oh my gosh, that is a breeze. That is a breeze. I hope I'm in there. Yeah, I am. Boom. That was super easy and super clean. Look at this thing. That's plastic. That is plastic. No problem. Speaking of plastic, we got, everybody knows what these are, tie downs for packages. These things keep the box from breaking open accidentally. Nice and strong material. Let's do a split. Boom. Wow, this might be the best $10 knife I've ever used right here. This might be the best $10 knife I ever used. Let's see if we can't have enough to hold. Wow. I didn't expect it to go that easy. I thought I was going to have to wrestle with it. No problem. So I dropped it. I was talking about if you're out and you're stuck and this is the only knife you have. I want to make sure I'm in the shot. I'm going to use that little area I said that you can use for push cuts. Look at that. And if you're not seeing it because they're falling off, those are sweet. And right here, I got this little area. If I shave all those down, wow, those are super nice. All those down, they're going to fall right here, and then I can get my fire lit nice and easy. So it actually makes a very, very nice landing spot for the thumb. Makes it super easy to control. This is... And you can field sharpen this with a piece of sandstone. You can go to any riverbed, find a smooth stone, and you can sharpen one of these. That's the best part. Let's do some pulls here, and try and get a couple nice curls. All I see is glare because of the sun, so I'm hoping I'm in. Oh. Golly. This is $10. This is $10. Gosh. So, I mean, can this knife do what a $100 knife can do, what a $300 knife can do? Yeah, because I've done all these same tasks with a $350 knife or more, or even less. And it did the same. The dog, the puppy, is whenever I pull the tripod, she grabs one of the legs. She's getting bigger. She grabs one of the legs and tries to pull it out. So let me leave the tripod and just do this old school. That's better. So so it is. It does the same exact job. Now the thing is, you have to hone it more. Who cares? You can literally hone it. Let's see if I can find a nice piece of smooth stone right here. You can take a piece of rock, just like this, off the ground. Let's go over here in the shade. And let's see. Nice rock, right? And all you need to do after each use is hone a blade. You never have to really resharpen a blade after using it unless you really destroyed it. But honing it is really generally all you have to do to make sure it's still popping hair. After cutting plastic, wood, leather, rope, twine, honing it with a rock brings it back to razor sharpness. Razor sharpness with a rock. I'm telling you, the 3CR13s, all these CRMOV type style steels are so easy to hone. And if you hone them after every single use, just hone, not sharpen, it will stay sharp. For $9.99, you can use the window in your car to hone it really good. You can use a rock. You can, if you have a sharpening steel, those are the best just to carry one around and hone. It's easy, super easy. I can come over here to a fence post after using the rock and really finish up my honing, and that will make it absolutely razor sharp on a nice smooth surface. What you do is the fibers end up doing like this on the edge of a knife, and then you do that, it just brings them back together. That's how it works. Really easy. For $9.99, I'm going to add the link down below. Check it out. For $9.99, you can have a knife that simply works. And if you lose it, who cares? It was $9.99. You can buy 10 of them. You can give them away as gifts. You can keep them just in case you start losing them. $10. $10. That's insane. All right, so does the budget knife work? Abso-freaking-lutely. This thing is a beast. Not so bad, and it's a proper size too. Remember, I have gigantic hands, so it might look a little small in my hands, but it's actually pretty big. Not too shabby. Hi, I'm Donnie B all day. Until next knife.